Nnamdi KANU and Sunday Igboho are the only two people currently leading the cause for the actualization of an independent state away from Nigeria. While KANU is fighting for actualization of Biafra, Igboho, on the other hand, is championing the cause for the creation of Oduduwa nation for the Yoruba people. The Nigerian government is currently doing all it can to prevent the situation from escalating, with use of force being one of the methods which the Buhari-led administration has applied, especially on indigenous people of Biafra. This is understandable due to the fact that group were declared a terrorist organization a few years ago. A lot of people have been sharing their own personal opinion regarding this issue, and the recent person to do so is Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello. Bello is one of those people who believe that the unity of the country is non-negotiable, and during his recent visit to Abia State, he said that dialogue was the best way to handle agitations, according to Yaya Bello, Governor of Kogi State. According to him, says, in my opinion, both the government and the agitators have a huge role to play for the dialogue to work, just like how it's unwise to keep using force even when no real success is being achieved. Burning of police stations, shooting of cows, and chasing out a particular tribe out of your region will never grant your independence. All this will do is just create war, and when that happens, the people who you claim you're fighting for are going to be the ones who will suffer the most. Well, I will dispute the facts concerning what Yaya Bello has just said. The indigenous people of Biafra, or the Igbos, in a general sense, they are not chasing out, other clan from their region. What they are doing is they are, chasing out the killer herdsmen, or better still, don't let us call them herdsmen, the criminals among them or in their state. Those are the people they are chasing out of their state. The Hausas are still there, they are doing their businesses. Yes, some of the Fulanis are there, they are doing their businesses. They are not telling them to leave, or whether maybe even if you are doing a legitimate job, you are meant to leave. No, it is the criminal people among them, especially the killer herdsmen carrying AK-47, destroying farmlands and killing innocent people. Those are the people they are sending out. So that's the point of correction. So no one is suffering anything, no one is going to suffer anything. The Igbos are not biased, they know really what they are doing. Well, on the other hand, Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi KANU each have their own reason or motive on why they are trying to break away from Nigeria, but no one would be able to know what that reason is if you continue fighting. The government should give dialogue a chance, and on their part, these agitators should set up a team who would then meet with the government in a bid to finding a lasting solution to this crisis. Well, because you people are the helm of the affairs, you are up there, up power. You don't know what is going beneath. They say when the two giants, two elephants are fighting, this is the grass that suffers it. So it does not really concern them hitherto, whether it affects them or not. I mean, the governors and the leaders and every other persons, you understand, talking about one Nigeria. And the one Nigeria, it's not obvious. It's really obvious in a negative way that they are calling one Nigeria, and meanwhile the one Nigeria they are calling is nepotistic in their approach. So many Nigerians have been reacting towards this that Bello has just said. Killing the Indigbo is understandable for being declared terrorist. You must be out of your mind for this statement. All you are writing is rubbish, or what Yaya Bello is saying is rubbish. Well, like I said earlier, the reason being that indigenous people of Biafra and the likes of Sunday Igboho and Yoruba agitators are doing this is just because of the bad governance and the nepotism and lopsided appointment. It seems all the old parastatals and most of the sensitive positions are only meant for the northerners, especially the Fulani indigenes. Now, Yorubas and the South in general don't have any say when it comes to governance. And meanwhile, the people we so-called voted for, they are not governing us well. That is why the reason for agitation, and most especially the insecurity that has bedeviled the nation all this while. That is why, Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi KANU has been agitating. And recently, Nnamdi KANU was arrested just because he jumped the bail order as then 2015. Yes, I would realize that, but for the self-determination, that shouldn't be the reason why you should arrest somebody. Well, I believe everything's going to work out fine. Somebody should please remind Bello that IPOB only asked for a referendum peacefully, and the government only government only response was to be unreasonable and tag them as terrorists in order to crush them. Despite all that has happened in Africa, these so-called leaders have learned nothing. It was the same thing they did with Boko Haram, Niger Delta, Shia Muslim. They always love to apply this bulldog strategy. Somebody says you're on point of your bed, still shouting Biafra. You should be bold enough to face challenges. Well, dialogue is what they really need, really. But since they have been, clamoring for dialogue, clamoring for restructuring, clamoring for good governance, where was the government? Didn't they hear? People even protested for bad governance. Instead, started killing people. Can't you remember the massacre that happened at Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos? Governor Yaya Bello, if your son or your sibling was among those that protested and was shot and killed, will you say dialogue is what you need? Won't you have sued the government or the federal government to court? But notwithstanding, like I said earlier, you people are up there, you don't know what is going on the grassroots. I think the option is to reach out to UNICEF, EU, African Union, and ECOWAS. How can the issue be resolved without the involvement of these bodies? There is need to shield the weight where comfort is under threat. The saying that my people perish for lack of knowledge, Nigeria should rise up to the occasion and do the needful now nor later. Well, that is true if they can approach United Nations, ECOWAS, African Union, European Union, this international organization that Nigeria is under its body. If we can really approach them, and yes, then that dialogue will work very fine. But in diaspora, in the whole world, they know that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is not secure. That's why foreign investors have been packing their loads one by one. Is that not a sign that Nigeria is in chaos? Well, I would like you to share your comment. Thanks for listening.